What's going on, guys? Uh, I'm back with another video real quick. You guys, you know, were asking about it. I like the comments. I like the views. How you guys are interested, especially in my Discord, about the things I was talking about, and how it ties in to the aim assist, and how it ties into your actual, what do you call it? Your sensitivity. So we're gonna break that down as well. Welcome to math class. Welcome to math class. Honestly. So now you guys already know, if you guys are subscribed to my YouTube. Um, Motion sensor is a thing, and it works with it being off, and with it being off, it basically replicates. It basically replicates a Zen, or it replicates a Cronus. We're gonna go ahead and skip straight to it. For the people that don't know what that is, or for the people that do know what it is and don't have one, it basically can replicate that. So I'm going to show you how right now to get your flicks, get your accuracy, and all that on point. And most of this stuff takes muscle memory. Don't get me wrong; it does take muscle memory. Um, to be shooting like that. Once again, I'm playing with control freaks, and I do have rings on my controller. But I set mines up to be a certain way, and I'm just shooting like this, just to shoot like that, just to show off that the aim. This is an SMG, and yeah. So let's get into it. All right, math class. You guys ready? Let's do it. So as you can see, I'm playing horizontal of a 1 and a vertical is 6. Okay, so you would ask me, why is it that you play horizontal 1? Horizontal is this, left and right. So I like to turn fast. Like if I'm doing this, that's my turn, like turning on somebody. I like to look fast like that. But up and down, this also ties into your vertical or your recoil control. So I like mine's slow but accurate. Okay? So if my vertical is lower than my horizontal, yeah, it throws it off. Some people say it throws it off, but if I run 6-6 or if I run 10-10, then it's all like it's just too much. Like how do you explain this? It's gonna be too fast. So when I aim in, my left and right is a 1, right? But up and down is slow. So think of it like it's like a PC, like basically like when I'm looking at a target and I scan it up and down, it's very slow for me. But left and right, it's extremely fast. So if I lock onto a target, which helps out with my aim assist and helps out with my recoil control, because I don't have to pull it down as much to finish off the kill. I'm really just focusing on like the snapping. So I'm focusing on the snap. So that's why mine's is a 1 and a point 0.6. Okay. Now we're gonna break down how I got that. So we're gonna go to aiming, motion sensor. Now make sure this does require it being off. Okay? Motion sensor needs to be off. But this setting still applies. Even though it's off, it still applies. It's hidden, and for the few, you guys can see it. For the other ones, Some people can't. But I had a friend of mine test it out, and he saw it himself that this does work regardless of this being off. And I have made a previous video, if you guys want to check my videos on Modern Warfare. It got like 2,000 views, 1,000 views, about this setting actually working with it being turned off. Okay, so it's like an added, it's like an added assist or an added setting that is layered on top of your actual settings that do apply. Okay, so we're gonna go down to advanced settings. Make sure this is turned off. Make sure this is on gravity. Now, you're gonna ask, what is motion sensor horizontal? Well, just like it says, it's horizontal, left and right. What is vertical? That's your up and down. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm controlling the recoil pattern of my gun based off these two options. This is how you control your recoil pattern. These two things. So I have my horizontal higher than my vertical because just like my actual sensitivity, my horizontal is higher than my vertical. So my horizontal is a 1, right? My vertical is a 0.6. So to keep this the same, I put my horizontal up. Now, what does this actually do? This is your aim. This is how you aim your gun. Okay? So when I look down sights, this is what's going to keep my shit focused. So when you turn up these values, you will begin to see when you aim at a target how much. Honestly, I can turn it up right now for you guys to do like a more live testing for you guys. Like I said, this is a submachine gun. You know, this is not a Zen. As you can see, I'm still missing shots. Like I don't have the best aim, but this layers in with your aim assist. Okay, watch. So I'm at 36, right? I can turn it up horizontally, so that's my left and right. I'll turn it up to, let's say, 40. And watch what it looks like. Very minimal, but look how. Look, my accuracy just went up. I mean, low key, I should keep it like that, but I'm not. It's a little the way I play. Okay, do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? It's keeping it um aligned. It's keeping it very tight. So it's like an added aim assist. Think of it like that. Now, it is making it just a little bit slower because of my the sensitivities that I do play on. It's a tad bit slower, I won't lie. It is a tad bit slower. But like I said, I was at 36. So now we're going to go back down to 36. And watch. Now that feels normal to me. I ain't gonna lie, this feels normal to me. But you see, okay, now I'm missing. So testing it out, I would move it up just maybe 0.2, 0.5, 0.10, like maybe like right there. That should probably be like the perfect number for me, like the way I'm playing right now, to like snap. You know, it's all about testing values. Now you're gonna say, what is the vertical? The vertical is how you're gonna keep your gun recoil control, up and down. So I don't want my bullets. So if I shoot at this wall, look, I still have recoil, right? That's me not holding it down. But if I hold it down, like control the recoil, I still have recoil, right? See? I still have recoil. Boom. Now I can control that with this. And to be honest, I would probably down it because it's vertical. You don't want too much vertical. Too much vertical is going to give you too much recoil. So I would probably down the sensitivity. So I'm at 20.5. And that works out for me shooting at a target. But if I really wanted to, what I'm saying, give myself like some real aimbot, I would down this to maybe, looking at it right now at that wall about here, 18.95. Now let's watch it. You see the difference? Automatically. I'm really trying to give you guys the secret. But for me, personally, I like mines like there. I mean, if anything, I'd probably do that one right there too, though. Yeah, honestly. And this is live testing right now, you guys. I'm testing this live for you guys, so you guys can see it. See, there was a little aim right there that was a little bit off. So everything I'm telling you is the truth. This is not a lie. This setting works, and it's a real thing. So I had it at 20.5, right? So we're gonna go ahead and up it back up. And I might drop it just one. Let me see where something real quick. Let's see. And it goes right back to how it was. Actually goes right back up. Now, me being me, since I can really see it myself, if I really wanted to give myself like the greatest aim in the entire world, just by shooting it the way I'm shooting right now, I would up this value. I would up this value by this. And I'm probably going to be snapping crazy. Absolutely. See, I can see it. It's an adjustment. So you have to, my eyes are trained to see it, if that makes sense. Okay? Now, that was just a little, I don't know, a little test, I guess you can call it. You can see that's made it even straighter. See? And remember how I was just shooting. That's me controlling it. Now, I'm not going to control it right now. See that? Now I'm going to control it again. I'm really hitting target. Okay, that was rotational aim assist, and I just missed. But anyway, so now we're going to go back into that. I actually might leave it at that, though. Look, now that I'm testing it out, I actually like that. Put that up a little bit. Maybe right there. Hold on, let me see that. You see this? Drop it one more. Cause it's kind of shooting to the left a little bit. Like right there. And like I said, if you already got good aim assist and like you have good aim, these settings are gonna really, really maximize everything that you're trying to put out. Okay? Now, let's get into this. Your motion sensor horizontal inversion and your vertical inversion. So what is inverted? Inverted means left is right and right is left. Down is up and up is down. So now in your brain, you must think of a box. You want this on to keep it in a box. It's going to keep it centered. So if I go to the right and I'm shooting, my bullets are going to the left. Does that make sense? And if I'm shooting and I'm going to the left, my bullets are going to the right. Does that make sense? If I hold my recoil and is going up, the bullets are going down. But then at the same time, if my bullets are going down, my bullets are going up. That's what inversion is. So you want those settings on to keep it in the same thing. Like that. So I can strafe crazy. Are y'all seeing that? Okay? Now, keep on doing math here. Man, I got so much to tell you guys. It's a lot of math. By the way, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. I'm here to help. It's my main job. I'm not the greatest player. Um, I'm not out here dropping nukes in every single game. You know, changing your settings is going to put you in games with harder people, by the way. So don't think that you're going to change your settings and you're just going to go into the next game and fry. You might fry for like the next 3 games, but eventually, the way Call of Duty is set up, this skill-based matchmaking, etc., they will throw you into a game that is like extremely sus or extremely crazy because it's like you're shooting at a rate that you do look kind of sus, but you're not. Like you're actually real. You're not sus. You know how to play the game. You're understanding values and you know what you're doing. So you're not sus by that. But you will end up playing against people that are like sus. And it's just like, wow, okay. Now, the motion sensor aim down sight sensitivity, you want that as low as possible. For most people, if you change it, like I know you're probably gonna want to copy it, but if I wouldn't copy it right away because our settings are different. As when I say our settings, I mean my actual sensitivity, as in this. I play on a 1 and a 0.6. So that's going to be different because this matters. So once again, it's off, right? Watch this. Hang on. This. So you're going to turn this off, right? And then this comes on. Set the motion sensor. Set the motion sensor sensitivity while aiming down sight. That has to deal with this. So I want that as slow as possible. That's just me in general. I want it as slow as I can possibly get it to make it more accurate. Some of you guys, I would say probably like 0.50 is the highest you want to go, but you do actually want this slow. And then turn it off to lock this in place, okay? It's going to lock it in place. I play on instant, but even if I was to play on after zoom, and I'll show you, this is a perfect example, watch. You'll see my aim change. Now look, I'm not hitting it right away. Now see, I'm aiming the exact same way I was earlier. This is no change. Like my thumbs aren't changing, but I'm missing because that setting just changed. Even though you guys just saw me turn it off, right? So let's do it one more time for you. And I'm aiming the exact same way. It's a little bit crazier, but I mean, I'm still hitting the target. You see that? There's nothing attached to me. This is wireless. But it's on after zoom. So now we're gonna go back in, turn it off, and we're gonna put it back to instant. Now watch this. And we're right back to where I was. So there actually is a subtle difference, but you have to be able to see it. And if you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you. You just can't see it. I don't know. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work. You just not you're not able. You're not there. You know, like you're not there. You're not able to see what I see. But it's very subtle movements, very little things. So that's what that does. So for me, I do play on instant. After zoom is the other best one though. Like I've used it all. I've been doing this since Modern Warfare. So I mean, I know for a fact it works. And I'm telling, gradual is probably the worst one to use, especially if you play. Where is it at? Regular. See, mine is already on after zoom. I already play after zoom normally, and I play on linear. So I don't even play instant with my actual settings, like the ones that, as you guys say, matter. I don't even play instant. I play after zoom. But because I'm using this motion sensor, I have this on instant, and it ties in. But yeah, can you match it and like do it together like instant and instant after zoom after zoom? Of course you can. Of course you can. You know, it's all about testing it out. But for me, that's what worked out better for me, and that's just real. That's what worked out better for me. But can I actually play after zoom after zoom? Absolutely. I can play like that. I just don't like it. It makes it feel weird for me. Because you have to understand, after zoom is picking up the sensitivity. All the sensitivities that I have are getting picked up after I aim in. So I want the motion sensor to kick in right away, and that's why I play on instant. Okay, back off. These are the values that I'm using. These also matter. 2.25, 380, 444. I max all these out. This is how you get those long, crispy shots that you see me hitting. This is what makes that. That's where I get that from. That's what those settings do. Um, yeah. Flick stick activation. Make sure this is on motion sensor only for these settings to apply. Now, your threshold, you want high as fuck. I'm not going to lie. You want that max all the way. The lowest you want it is 0.85 to max. Anything lower than that, because default, I believe, is at 0. So as soon as you up this value, you're automatically going to see a difference. Doesn't matter. But 0.85 to full max is where you're really going to see it. For your flick duration, to get the correct value, you're gonna have to. This is where it gets nerdy. So a duration is 1.42. Okay, so you're gonna take this. So 0.60, right? So I'll go to my calculator, and I'm gonna go 0.60 divided by 1.42, and that gives me 0.42, right? 0.42. 0.42 in this is basically 4. Take off the 0. It's 4.35. Or it's really 4.2 is really this. 4.20, 425. But I upped it just a little bit. But it's 4.35. That gives you the flick or the how you turn to a certain thing, like when you snap, like those little sudden things right here. You see my thumb? That's my right thumb. That's what that is. That's what that flicking is. So to make that match with your actual sensitivity, you're gonna divide it by 1.42. And you're gonna ask me how I got that number. Okay. If you type in define a flick duration, a flick duration is 1.42. It's an actual number. It's an actual value. It's an actual it says math. I told you guys, get ready for math. This is an actual number of what a flick duration is. And the duration is 1.42. And you just gonna take that and divide it by your vertical. Do not divide it by your horizontal. I repeat, do not divide it by your horizontal, or it will fuck up your thing and the value doesn't match. You have to take 1.42 and divide it by your vertical. And I had a friend try it out himself. I think he played on a 6 or something like that. I can't remember. And his flick duration was 2.50. And then when he used it, he was like, "Oh, I can see a difference." You have to divide it by your vertical. Now, why is it your vertical? I do not know why, but it does not work with horizontal for some reason. It just doesn't. Uh, your threshold, smoothing, just turn it all the way up. Increasing this value extends it makes it faster. Okay, guys, just turn it all the way up. That's just the setting that you just want all the way up. It makes it faster. That's all that is. It's just gonna make it quicker. That's gonna make your game faster. So yeah, as you can see, my game is just like, but like I'm telling you, I play with some of the weirdest people that Call of Duty has to offer. I won't lie. So doing these stuff, you will be with some of the weirdest people that Call of Duty has to offer. Most likely hackers, most likely Cronus players. Because what you're basically doing in a way is you're replicating a Cronus. You are replicating a Cronus. But this is for the people that um, care. These are for the people that you're not lazy. You want to try it out. You want to do it. You want to get your aim like that. You want to snap like that. Stuff like that. Yeah. This is how you do it. Honestly. I'm telling you the truth. I'm giving you the secret. And I will never stop giving you guys a secret. I'm telling you that this is how it's done. That setting works. And no, it does not mean that you're going to be the greatest player, okay? That's not what this means. You're actually going to get with really sweaty people is what that really means. And IQ becomes a real thing, like thinking things out and stuff like that. So, yeah. Look at that. So you still gotta lock it the fuck in, you guys. Once again, it's your boy Gunny coming through with it. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.